Good morning, dear friends. Today I'm going to chat to you about Ujjayi breathing, the breath that we use when we do our practice. So Ujjayi breathing can also be called, I've heard it called ocean breath, snake breathing, whispering breath. And your body really already know how to do this. This is usually the breath that we do at night when we go to sleep. And we do it for a few reasons. Firstly, because it has the small sound to it that is audible to you. It helps us to pay attention to the breath. As I've said before, the breath is the bridge between the body and the mind. And in this way, it helps us to keep our attention on the breathing. And when you hear something change in the breath, it's always also a good sign when you need to change something, to maybe stop and to re-establish the breath or get control over your breathing again. It maybe tells you you've gone too far in a pose or you need a little bit of rest. Another reason why we do it is for support. As my teacher, Leslie Kaminoff, explains it, is if you think about a hosepipe and you close that hole at the front of the hosepipe where the water comes out, we increase the pressure in the pipe. And if you look at the pipe, most of you will know the pipe will stiffen. And this is essentially what we do in the body by controlling at the back of the throat here, the vocal cords. So let's start a short practice, and the first way to start is to just start to establish that way of breathing. So the easiest way for me to explain it to you is one of two ways. Is the same way, this is also probably why it's called in some circles a whispering breath. It's the same sound and action that we use when we whisper. So can you hear me? So just feel there what you are doing at the back here with your vocal cords, that valving that's happening. Or you can try and imagine that you are making a small something on the mirror, on the window, a small cloud, like this. So try that, feel it, and then close your mouth. And do the same action with your throat. So we're always breathing in and out through the nose, but it's not an action just like this through the nose. You have to feel that same action here in the vocal cords. So try that first. And don't worry if you struggle with it in the beginning. It might feel weird or strange. You can always come back to it. And once you've established that, you're welcome to close your eyes and just listen, or if you feel uncomfortable doing that, keep the eyes open. And check that your inhale and your exhale is the same sound and the same depth. It might be easy in the beginning to do it on the exhale, but you might struggle on the inhale, so try and see if you can establish that same sound, both the inhale and both the exhale. And now establish a rhythm where your inhale and your exhale is the same length or the same duration. And now carve out a beginning, a middle, and an end to your inhalation, and a beginning, a middle, and an end to your exhalation. So it's almost like you are establishing a big arc upwards and a big arc downwards with the breath, forming a perfect circle. Now allow for a tiny space of nothingness, or a small space after the inhale, and a tiny space of nothingness after the exhale. So small pause after each the inhale and the exhale. So your attention is first on the inhale and then on the exhale. They are never jumbled together. And whenever you find that the breath gets messy, it's a good sign to maybe stop and re-establish your breathing before you carry on. Thank you very much. You can carry on with the breath, or you can stop now. Thank you for practicing with me.